एवरीवन, व्हाट्स अप, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल जर्मन गीक। और आज हम एक फिर से नए टॉपिक के साथ आए हैं, एक नए केस के साथ आए हैं। एक्चुअली फिर से हमने ऑलरेडी दो केसेस के बारे में बात कर ली है इन डिटेल, एंड टुडे आई हैव कम again with a new case, with a new topic. So without delay, let's begin. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then you know the drill. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you are updated with whatever is happening in this space. So without delay, let's get started. So A1 lesson 28 Dativ. We have already discussed two cases. There are four cases in German. We have already discussed two cases, that is nominative and accusative, in detail, from personal pronouns to possessive pronouns, and what are these cases. So I would request you to go and go through those videos, go through those cases, because cases are very important in German. Today we are going to start with third case, that is dative. So let's begin. We will be discussing what is dative, definite articles in dative case, indefinite articles in dative case, and negative articles in dative case. So first let's look at let's look at the example. Die Mutter kauft eine Tasche, the mother buys a bag. Die Mutter kauft der Tochter eine Tasche, the mother buys a bag for the daughter. Now the first sentence just has one object, that is eine Tasche. So first sentence में क्या है? एक object है eine Tasche, that is a bag. Second sentence में we have two objects. दो objects कौन से हैं? That is their Tochter and eine Tasche. So their Tochter is the dative object here. Their Tochter is the dative object here. So you have to understand it that way, that if a sentence has two objects, then one object is dative and the other object is accusative. In this sentence, in the second sentence, the dative object is their Tochter. So the mother buys a bag for whom? The daughter, their Tochter. So to analyze it more clearly, here what it means: the Mutter is subject, which is nominative. To break it down, to analyze the sentence better, to break it down, the sentence into subject and accusative, nominative, accusative and dative, because we have already covered nominative and accusative. So everything is interconnected. It's not that if we are doing dative case here we have to forget nominative and accusative, or if you forget nominative and accusative it's gonna work. No, you have to remember every case. So let's understand this sentence. So in this sentence is more than two objects. The indirect object is there, which is usually the person is an object for which an action is intended. So in this sentence, the mother buys a bag. Okay, this is the action, and she buys the bag for the daughter. Hence, this is indirect object. Now, let's understand it in context of cases. So, die Mutter is subject, nominative. Again, I would request you to go back to all the cases that we have already discussed in my previous videos to understand it better. What is nominative, what is accusative, and today we are discussing dative case. So die Mutter is subject, nominative. Eine Tasche is object, which is a direct object, which is accusative. And their Tochter is an indirect object, which is dative. Okay, this is indirect object, which is dative. So indirect object is basically usually the person is an object for which an action is intended. So like I explained you in this sentence, the mother buys a bag. This is the action. The mother is doing what? She is buying a bag. This is the action. And she buys the bag for whom? She buys the bag for the daughter. So this is an indirect object. Now moving on, indirect object or the dative object is mostly a person for whom the action is intended. So you have to understand that dative case is more basically indirect object. अब indirect object क्या होता है? Indirect object is mostly a person, singular or plural, for whom the action is intended. Now, as you must have noticed, you know, the in the very beginning of the slide, the question that we ask in dative is wem. Okay, wem is the question that we ask. So, wem kocht Lina eine Suppe? For whom is Lina cooking a soup? Wem kocht Lina eine Suppe? Lina kocht dem Mann eine Suppe. Lina is cooking soup for the husband. So as you must have noticed, the indirect object, which is dem Mann, is also the dative object here. So Lina is cooking soup. So that is an action. What is Lina doing? She is cooking soup. For whom is she cooking the soup? She is cooking the soup for the husband, dem Mann, which is an indirect dative object here. So the question word which is used here is wem. So basically wem is used to ask about a dative object in the sentence. Why is wem used? It is used to ask a dative about a dative object in the sentence. Okay. Now, bestimmte Artikel im Dativ. Let's look at definite articles in dative case. Okay. So, as you know, the articles and the pronouns changes as the case changes in German. So, I've already explained it when we were discussing nominative. The articles there are different. Again, the articles changes in accusative, and then again it changes in dative. So, let's see what happens to the definite articles in dative case. We will be doing sentences to understand them. We will be doing few sentences to understand them. Ich gebe dem Mann das Buch. I give the man the book. So, the article of Mann is there. So, this der Mann changes to dem Mann in dative. Okay. Now, let's see what happens with feminine. Ich gebe der Frau das Buch. I give the woman the book. Now, die Frau होता है. So, die Frau changes to der Frau in dative. Okay. Ich gebe dem Kind das Buch. I give the child the book. Now this here is neutral. So das Kind changes to dem Kind in dative. Let's see what happens to plurals. Ich gebe den Kindern das Buch. So I give the children the book. Now die Kinder changes to den Kindern in dative. Den plus at the end we put n. Okay. Now let's look at this table. This will give you an idea and a difference from what changes from nominative to dative. So in nominative, the masculine article is there. In dative, it changes to them. In feminine, the article in nominative is the. In dative, it changes to their. In neutral, the article is das. It changes to them. Plural, the article is the. It changes to den plus n in dative. As we just saw, kindern, den kindern. So as you must have noticed, the article in masculine and neutrum are the same. Okay, them and them. The article in feminine is changing, which is the thee becomes there, and plural may it's then plus n. So this was definite articles in dative case. Now let's look at indefinite articles in dative case. We have definite articles, we have indefinite articles, and then we have negative articles. So we will be discussing each of the articles one by one. We just saw how article changes in dative case when it comes to definite articles. Now we will be discussing what happens to indefinite articles in dative case. Er bringt einem Gast das Essen. The article for Gast is there. He brings food for a guest. Er bringt einem Gast das Essen. So ein changes to einem. Moving to a feminine case. Er bringt einer Frau das Essen. He brings food for a woman. The article for Frau is die Frau. So eine changes to einer in dative. Okay, eine Frau. Ein Gast, eine Frau, eine changes to einer. Er bringt einem Kind das Essen. So the article for kind is das. In indefinite it would be ein. So he brings food for a child. Ein changes to einem. Now let's look at this table. What happens to indefinite articles and how is it different from nominative? So in nominative, masculine is ein, dative becomes einem. Feminine is ein, dative becomes der. Neutral is ein, dative becomes einem. Plural, we do not have anything, but if you use a noun in plural as a dative object, don't forget to add the n at the end. Okay, in this case also you need to remember that the article in masculine and neutrum are the same. If you see einem and einem, so it is same. Again, you just have to remember, like we discussed definite articles, it's them. So if you remember ein, you just have to add ein. Them, you have to remove d, einem. Feminine में dative में it's there, you remove d, it's einer. Again in dative neutral it's them, you remove the d, you have einem. Okay, you just have to put ein in the beginning, and you have to omit d part. Okay, that way also, this is also one way that you could remember. Now let's see negative article in dative. What are the negative articles in dative case? In nominative, let's look at first nominative and then we will be looking at the dative case. So in nominative it is kein, in dative it becomes keinem. In feminine it's keiner, in dative it becomes keiner. In neutral, in nominative it is kein, in dative it becomes keinem. In plural it is keiner in nominative, in dative it becomes keinen plus n. Okay, so again, even here, one way to remember, you have to remove the d. them को अगर d हटाते हैं, you just have to add kein. So keinem, we are removing d, keiner, and then we are removing again d, keinem. So even here, masculine or neutrum are the same, are similar, and negative articles are similar to unbestimmter article. Okay, so there would be two ways to remember this. Either to remove the d from the bestimmter article, from the definite articles, and just add kein. Okay, this is negative. Or what you could do is, you could just remember indefinite articles, einem, einer, einem, einem, that we just looked at. You just add k at the beginning. So this is another way of remembering it. So what exactly you have to do is you just have to remember the bestimmte article, definite articles in dative case, and if you get the trick, you would crack the other articles like indefinite articles, negative articles in dative case. So I hope that was clear. You understood the entire concept of the dative case and how the articles changes in dative case, because with each case change, the articles and pronouns also changes. So if you have understood this topic, if you have watched till the end of this video, then do give me a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye.